Energy is amplified, and we are emphasizing themes of exploration, abundance, opportunity, and embracing our higher purpose. Hello there, I am Cosmic Cannibal, and this is Cosmic Chronicles, your sometimes weekly report of all things astrology, including zodiac signs, planets, transits, and horoscopes. And speaking of horoscopes, I've got yours for, guess what? The 2023 Sagittarius full moon. And let me tell you, it's a doozy. Now, before we get into the juicy details of this 2023 Sagittarius full moon, let's cover the fascinating facts about it first, okay? So, first and foremost, when is it happening? Good question. Saturday, June 3rd, 2023 at 9:41 p.m. Mountain Time. If you're on the East Coast, that would be 11:41 p.m. If you're on the Pacific Coast, that would be 8:41 p.m. If you're in another time zone, I don't know how to do that time math for you, so look it up on Google. But Saturday, June 3rd, that's when this full moon is taking place. And since it's in the sign of Sagittarius, it's likely going to inspire some good vibes and high energy. The moon in Sagittarius tends to be very energized and high vibing and feeling good. Now, I will say, if you're one of those people who are really affected by full moons, like you just feel that heightened sense of sensitivity and your emotions just kind of feel like wild and all over the place and spontaneous, which wouldn't surprise me because Sagittarius is a very spontaneous sign, then you're probably not gonna feel as high vibing and like, hey, it's all good, man. You know, life's not gonna feel like Woodstock 69 on the full moon, but that doesn't mean you still are going to have like a horrible time. That just means, hey, be a little bit more cautious about that and find time to rest and preferably find a creative outlet for your tension, your higher energy, your feelings of overwhelm or spontaneous sort of frantic energy, right? Okay, moving on from that. First and foremost, one day before, well, actually this would be second, because first and foremost, the full moon happens on June 3rd. So second and second most, there's a cosmic duo that's making waves on June 2nd, and that is Neptune in Pisces and Venus in Cancer. These two love-loving planets are aligning harmoniously on June 2nd. And Neptune brings this very dreamy, mystical energy, like a mermaid singing a siren song. And Venus in Cancer, well, she's all about love and comfort and nurturing, like your favorite cozy sweater or your grandmother. It's very Venus in Cancer feeling, or maybe your mom, I don't know. With this cosmic combo, there's just going to be an enchanting fairy tale-like quality, especially to your relationships. Venus rules relationships, socializing, also creative projects. So Neptune and Venus are both very creative planets, and they love creativity in the arts and artistic expression. But this coming together of Venus and Neptune, it can be like finding your own happily ever after. Or finding your next favorite magical realism novel. But this dreamy duo can also make us, I don't know how to say it, like emotionally whimsical. So like watching a Hallmark movie that makes you laugh and cry at the same time. They don't make me laugh or cry, but maybe they make you laugh and cry. Maybe there's another romantic comedy that makes you laugh and cry. She's All That. I don't know. Maybe you have a more modern reference that you could drop in the comments for this coming together of the planets. But it's really, this Venus-Neptune trine is really the cosmic equivalent of a Hallmark rom-com. It's going to tug at your heartstrings and leave you swooning. And who doesn't love a good love story? Especially one sprinkled with a touch of Neptunian whimsy. Me, that's who. That's why I'm moving on to the Sagittarius full moon. So Sagittarius is ruled by the expansive and optimistic planet of Jupiter. And Jupiter and Sagittarius are both known for the adventure, right? Sagittarius is the sign of the adventurous spirit. It has a love of seeking knowledge and truth and telling the truth. And guess what? During this full moon, Jupiter is dancing in a near conjunction with the North Node, adding an extra dash of destiny and cosmic guidance to this mix. So we're coming off of the Venus-Neptune trine, right? So we're kind of feeling a little like, ooh, yeah. And I didn't just fart then, that was my chair. So if you heard that, I'm not sitting on a whoopee cushion, just so we're clear. But let me see if I can do it again. Oh, I hope you can hear that. That's so good. Anyway, so we're moving forward from the Venus-Neptune trine. So we're having these feelings of like, oh, swooniness and feeling like everything's good and maybe things are working out, right? Like it just sort of feels like all good vibes. Again, it's the Woodstock 69 feel. That's what this week feels like as we move on to the later part of the week. But now that let's say it's June 3rd and now we're on that Sagittarius full moon. Well, with the conjunction, it's a near conjunction between Jupiter and the North Node. And the reason I'm talking about Jupiter is because, like I said, Jupiter is the planetary ruler of Sagittarius. And if you don't know what a planetary ruler is, it's basically like the planetary boss of a sign. Each of the 12 zodiac signs has this planetary boss. I don't know why I'm doing that sort of signal, but they have a planet that sort of guides them and everything that sign is going through. Or if we have transits in these signs, we always want to look at that planetary ruler. So because Jupiter is the planetary ruler of Sagittarius, we are looking at Jupiter in Taurus. Jupiter just entered Taurus on May 16th, I think it was. It seems so long ago. So it is in Taurus. It is in 4 degrees Taurus on this full moon, and it's nearing a conjunction and just sort of passing through this conjunction between the North Node in Taurus. The North Node in Taurus. There, I said it. Now, what does this mean? What does it mean when you have a conjunction between the North Node and Jupiter? Well, okay, Jupiter is the planet of expansion and growth and opportunity and abundance. It's like getting the golden ticket for Willy Wonka. Now, the North Node represents our karmic path and our future potential, but it's also this sort of rapacious part of ourselves that's always hungry and always striving for more. They call it, the North Node is sort of the North and South Node are thought of as these parts of a dragon, and the South Node is the dragon's tail and the North Node is the dragon's head. So you think of a dragon, it's very much like just always trying to have more and go after more, and it's hungry for more. Now, both Jupiter and the North Node are currently in Taurus, and this is another sign that is very acquisitive, and it can lean towards greediness, and Taurus just wants more and more and more, and so does Jupiter and the North Node. All of these, this sign, this planet, this placement and point, they all want more. So this coming together of Jupiter and the North Node, it is like having a cosmic compass guiding you towards your destined adventures, but it's also amplifying your hunger for achievement, for success, and most of all, for money. And speaking of amplification, this conjunction, which technically happens on Thursday, June 1st, so on the full moon, we're moving away from this conjunction. It's still going to have a lot of potency because there's only a 2-degree orb. It is amplifying the energy of the Sagittarius full moon, and it's emphasizing those themes of exploration, of expansion, and embracing your higher purpose. It's sort of like an invitation to step boldly into the unknown, to take risks, and to follow your heart with unwavering faith. Jupiter is the planet of faith, and it's the planet also of morality, and it is this planet that's steering your moral compass. So, as much as this conjunction of Jupiter and the North Node on the full moon encourages us to trust in our own inner guidance and wisdom and venture forth onto unique paths. And Sagittarius, the moon in Sagittarius is like, hey, go big. Sagittarius is a fire sign. It can't really be controlled. It's like a wildfire. I wrote an ebook on Sagittarius called The Wildfire, because Sagittarius has this spontaneous, sort of uncontrollable, optimistic energy. And so this full moon is just like, hey, go for it, go big. Why not? And don't even bother going home, because we are going to be experiencing those feelings on this full moon thanks to the conjunction of the Jupiter and the North Node, and because of that buoyant, optimistic, never say no energy of Sagittarius. We need to make sure that you're venturing forth in a way that aligns with your values and your morals, because that's what Jupiter rules. Like I said, it's the planet steering your moral compass. So you're not just acting out of greed or acquisitiveness. You're not just acting and saying, or maybe you're setting intentions, whatever you're doing on the full moon, or whatever projects you're interested in pursuing at this current moment. It might not be exactly on the full moon, but it's in these days surrounding it. Ask yourself, first off, why are you doing it? And if money is the first answer, then maybe you need to take a step back and be like, what is the thing that motivates me beyond that? And you just have to be sure that you're following your heart and your passions. Sagittarius is a passionate fire sign. And that you're planting seeds. Jupiter is like the miracle grow planet. So you're planting these seeds for more meaningful projects and more meaningful, long-lasting success that supersedes greed. So it's not just about making money and making so much money that you're so filthy rich and you turn into, Scrooge McDuck, and that you're diving into piles of coins. That's not really, that might be what Jupiter in Taurus and the North Node in Taurus on a less constructive level wants. But the higher expression of Jupiter in Taurus and the more constructive expression of the North Node in Taurus and the full moon in Sagittarius are saying, no, let's tune in and let's do this on a better level. Like, what makes me feel secure besides money? What makes me feel like I'm doing the right thing besides money? Right? Those are questions maybe you can ask yourself on this full moon. Okay, so now that we know what's happening in the sky on the Sagittarius full moon, let's explore how this full moon illuminates the path ahead for each of the 12 zodiac signs. That's right. It's now time for horoscopes. Okay, starting off with the Ram, Aries. This fiery full moon is going to ignite your sense of adventure. So it's time to break free from routine and embrace new experiences with the enthusiasm of Jackie Chan, a fellow Aries, in Around the World in 80 Days. Like, get ready to conquer uncharted territories, because that's what this full moon is calling you to do. And that can mean physical territories. That can mean you're like, I'm going to go to Ireland, or I'm going to go to Zimbabwe. Or it can mean internal territories that you have yet to explore, the creative side of yourself, the yogi part of yourself, the acting part of yourself. There's so much to explore, Aries, and you have the courage on this full moon to do it. Taurus. Imagine yourself as Bilbo Baggins from not Lord of the Rings, but from The Hobbit, because in Lord of the Rings, he's kind of an asshole and he's greedy, right? He's not doing the best with that Jupiter and Taurus energy. But in The Hobbit, he's embarking on a journey of self-discovery. What a surprise. And this full moon is encouraging you to do the same thing. So step out of your comfort zone and embrace the unknown with curiosity and an open heart. And don't be so greedy, okay? I know you. Gemini. Now, the spirit of Sagittarius and the Sagittarius full moon, it's sort of reminiscent of the Doctor from Doctor Who, if you watch that show. I don't. And just like the Doctor, let your boundless curiosity guide you and explore new dimensions of knowledge and connect with your own cosmic wisdom. But also, this is happening in your 7th house of partnerships. So explore your partner. You know that song, Your Body is a Wonderland by John Mayer? You know what it's about? Searching your partner's body and appreciating that. Cancer. The full moon casts a magical glow on your nurturing nature. You should enjoy that. So embrace the wisdom of Mary Poppins and find joy in spreading love and compassion, you sentimental sap. Just kidding. Because you know what, Cancer? You have the power to create a world filled with kindness and harmony. And this full moon might just show you how to do that. Leo. You can picture yourself as the charismatic Captain Jack Sparrow of Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, I should note, this is the Captain Jack Sparrow before Johnny Depp was condemned by Hollywood. So, like, when he was still cool. That's the Captain Jack Sparrow you're going for. And this full moon fuels your passion for adventure and self-expression. So set sail on your creative journey and let your unique light shine. Also, full moons tend to signify like endings. So you might see an end to a creative project. You might see an end to like, I don't know. I feel like this is a very erotic moon for you, Leo, so enjoy that. Virgo. It's time to channel your inner Hermione Granger and empower yourself and combine your intellect with your intuition. That's what Hermione does best, right? She's logical, but she's also intuitive. So follow your hunches like Hermione and embrace your natural curiosity and let your mind soar beyond boundaries. It's about knowledge, I guess, maybe. Libra, you can think of yourself as Elizabeth Bennet from Pride and Prejudice, and you're gracefully navigating the world with charm and diplomacy, which is what you always do, right? Now, this full moon illuminates your relationships, and it urges you to seek balance and harmony in your connections. I think that's also true for Gemini. It's probably more true for Gemini. So let's switch Gemini and Libra. So I'm not going to do that for you. You can do that. Scorpio, here's another literary reference for you. You can envision yourself as Lisbeth Sander from The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And this full moon is going to empower you to delve into the depths of your emotions and uncover hidden truths. So embrace your inner strength and fearlessly face your shadows, which shouldn't be hard for you to do because you're all about that shadow life. Yeah? Sagittarius, this is your full moon. This is the only full moon you're getting this year, so enjoy it. But you're the star of the show, so enjoy it, right? You're going to be like Miley Cyrus on the cover of Vogue. Picture yourself, actually, not that. Picture yourself as Indiana Jones, fearlessly exploring the uncharted territories of life. That's like, music to your ears. You're probably salivating right now, thinking of adventures and exploration. You're like, let me go. This full moon magnifies your adventurous spirit. And it also inspires you to embark on a journey of self-discovery. That's a theme for a lot of us because this is what Sagittarius is about. It's like, hey, let's go explore things. And by extension, I'm exploring myself. Capricorn. You can imagine yourself as Katniss Everdeen from The Hunger Games. And just like Katniss, this full moon amplifies your determination and your resilience. So embrace your inner warrior, your inner archer, and trust in your ability to overcome any challenge. Simple, straight to the point. Take my advice. Aquarius, channel your inner Tony Stark. You might know him from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And allow this full moon to spark your innovative spirit and urge you to think outside the box, which you do ordinarily. But you can also revolutionize the world with what comes up. Or you might not. You might just revolutionize your friend group, and that's okay too. But overall, you just want to embrace your inner genius and let your ideas soar. Huh? Okay, Pisces, you're always the last and I'm sorry about that. But you can envision yourself as Alice in Wonderland. And I feel like you're already an Alice in Wonderland because you're always sort of slipping into rabbit holes. But you are once more going to step into a world of magic and wonder. It's going to be in your 4th house, so it might be more of like stepping into your own closet and finding like, ooh, a sweater I didn't know I had. Hey. But you also want to embrace your intuition. That's what this full moon is encouraging you to do, and explore the realms of your imagination. You are an imaginative person, Pisces. Let it out there. Be bold with your imagination and explore it. Also embrace the unknown and trust in the beauty of your dreams, which, again, shouldn't be hard for you because you love daydreaming, don't you? So that wraps up our Sagittarius full moon coverage, forecast, horoscopes. And remember, dear listeners / viewers, as we bask under the radiant glow of the Sagittarius full moon, you should let the powerful connection of Jupiter and the North Node guide you towards your true calling and guide you towards a place of abundance and expansion and sensory satisfaction, right? And with the trine between Neptune and Venus, you can feel all lovey-dovey and, feel like, man, I'm high vibing. I really liked how I mentioned Woodstock 69 earlier. I feel like that really just captures the energy of that Venus-Neptune trine, as well as the sort of idealized version of the Sagittarius full moon. So thank you for joining me on this cosmic journey today. If you enjoyed this episode of Cosmic Chronicles, be sure to subscribe to the podcast. You can subscribe to my channel on YouTube. You can like this video on YouTube. You can like this podcast if you're able to do that. You can also just give me a thumbs up in the car. I can't see it, but hey, maybe somebody else can, right? And you'll want to follow me for more celestial insights and comedic cosmic connections. Until next time, keep shining your light and embracing the magic within. Oh, and be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Cosmic Cannibal Camille and on Twitter at Cosmic Camille. You can also find me on the web, www.cosmiccannibal.com. And I will just share briefly that on June 19th, I'm going to host a live moon sign workshop that you have the opportunity to sign up for. You join the waitlist. I will put the link in the description so that you can be a part of this event. It's going to be so much fun because we're exploring so many different aspects and elements and components of your moon sign. So I'm going to walk you through how I delineate moon signs in birth chart interpretations. So that includes the element, the mode, the house placement of your moon sign, the degree of your moon sign, and what all that means for you as an individual, what it means for your habits, your instincts, your imagination, your relationships, as well as your security needs. So it's sort of a deep dive into yourself, and I cannot recommend it. I've had so much fun compiling this workshop, and I'm just so excited to share it with everybody. So I would really appreciate you checking that out and joining the waitlist. And thanks for listening or watching and watching.